Hi everyone, long time no see. We've been in the middle of a remodel, so as you can see the house looks a little different. Jackie's 7 months pregnant, so we have a third little helper. Yeah, so the last video, we were, what, 1 month-ish?
About 1 month.
Yeah, so, but we didn't say anything because it's still early, so. Want to take it from here?
Alright, so today we are going to make flour tortillas.
So let's go over the ingredients.
Okay, so right now we have the all-purpose flour, the 7 cups of all-purpose flour. We have the 3 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon of table salt.
Just normal,
Just
nothing
normal,
Himalayan,
nothing
no kosher.
Crazy, no rock salt, no nothing.
Right.
Yep, it just tastes better. The shortening. So shortening, some people just don't like to use shortening for whatever reason. It's fine, but I've used butter, I've used other things just to not use shortening before. It just doesn't taste.
Have you used manteca?
No.
No. Do some people do that?
Some people do, but
Not
it's not. Warm water. Not hot, not cold. Do not use hot because it'll cook all the stuff.
Okay.
So
first step is we already have our flour in here. We're going to add our shortening. And
we added the salt already. So we just add the shortening and we just start mixing.
I'll show you, and if you could explain the importance of...
Yes. So the more you mix and you incorporate your shortening, the better your tortilla is going to come out. The stretchier, the smoother, just overall better. So your consistency is going to be kind of like this. So if you make a fist with the kind of like sand and it just sticks, that's the best. So you're just going to keep incorporating.
And you can't overmix it, right?
You can't overmix it.
It's not like it dries out because it's shortening.
Dry out, no. Then before you add your water, what you're going to do is kind of make a little well. Do not do it little by little, all at once. Again, it's 2 3/4 cups of water, warm water. I reiterate, not hot, not cold, warm. What you do is just start mixing.
Like you've been in the bath a little too long and you might have to turn the hot water back on about that temperature, right?
Yeah. Yep. It's very important. Just warm water. So what you're going to do is just keep on mixing for about, I don't know, about 8 minutes or so. What you want is just your dough to be super, super soft. So what you're going to do at this point where kind of mostly everything's incorporated, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of warm water. Thank you. Thank you. Just make sure everything, just want to make sure it's all wet. You do not want any super dry parts. So you can add flour, a little bit of flour to kind of just soften it and even it out. So I just want to see what it's all mixed before you mess with it. Just because you don't want to ever go, you can't go back. So. Mixing. All right. So what we're going to do is add a little bit of more flour. I would say about a tablespoon. Just keep adding.
A little more?
Yeah. Keep adding.
A little more?
Yeah. Thank you. What you want to, so see how this is like kind of, it is a consistency.
Where it doesn't stick to the side.
It just doesn't stick. So that's what you kind of want, is just for it to kind of pick up. See how it's just a little bit more.
Is that good, or you want a teeny bit more?
I think this is pretty good, actually. Okay. So see how it's kind of just already coming off of my fingers. It's not so wet anymore. It's a little bit more pliable. See, it all picked up from the bowl. This is what you want. So what you're going to do, actually, can you give me a little bit more flour? A little bit more, like half, like a quarter of that. Like a quarter of that cup right there, yeah. Hey, and if you're cooking with anyone, that's the fun part, right, babe? All the mess. I did these last with the kids and they loved it.
You made it with kids before you made it with me?
Yeah.
Insane.
They loved it. It's a lot of fun. Alright.
A little more, is that good?
Yep, that's good.
Okay.
Alright. Sorry guys for the...
You want it on the
I'm
table?
going to put it on the cold countertop here. Just kind of see how it just doesn't stick to the counter. That's what you want.
And the counter's not floured or anything, right?
There's
It's
no
just
flour,
clean.
no nothing.
Make sure you clean it.
Yes, make sure it's completely clean. But there's nothing on the bottom. Just the dough. That's it. What we're gonna do is make it kind of pretty into like a little ball, little dough ball. Here we go, like this. I'm gonna rinse my hands real quick. Get a little bit of the shortening. Rub it all over your hands, like this. And smooth it all over your dough ball. You do not want it to dry out at all. Right? The smoother we have it, the way better your tortillas are going to come out.
Can I slap it?
Of course. Yep. Just smother it all with the short.
To kind of seal it.
Seal
So
it.
it doesn't get crusty.
You do not want your tortillas to get crusty or dry or anything like that, right? So the next step here is what we're going to do is we're going to place it into our oven or anything that's a warm place in your kitchen. You're going to do this and let it sit for about 10 minutes to kind of just let it settle, let it kind of...
Or hit 250 and then turn it off.
On the toaster here, what we're going to do is we're going to cover it.
Oh, we do cover it?
We do cover it.
Okay.
Just like what we do for the pizza dough.
I don't know with the shortening if that was like enough sealant or did you crunch?
That's fine.
Okay. Just keep bugs up at me.
Yeah, it's just for 10 minutes. It's just to let it sit for 10 minutes and then we'll be back.
See you in 10.
We have a food scale. I don't know if you guys have a food scale, but this kind of helps me. There it is, that's right.
Helps you portion out the dough.
It helps me portion out the dough to even amount. So the tortillas come in
beautiful.
even. So,
Look at that blob. It didn't really rise a lot, but a little
no,
bit.
it's not meant to rise. It's just meant to set. So just plop it out.
Can you take it off the thing?
Sure, if you want to take it out.
It's pretty heavy.
Hold on.
You want this still or no?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. We're going to use this later. So that as we portion out the dough, we put our little okay. So we're going to portion out the tortilla dough into 60 grams, about 60 grams each little dough ball. You can do this by hand, of course. I've done it many times, but I've also done it with the food scale. It just happens to work better. So
Just kind of knead it a little bit, or
knead
just
a little bit, just kind of, get it again. See how perfect and smooth this is? Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. It's my favorite part. So pretty. So we just grab it, kind of like.
It's like mozzarella balls.
Yeah. Kind of just see what it is. It's a little too big. I mean, no tortilla is going to be perfect, but what you want to do is just kind of get it close, right?
Unless Jackie makes it.
You just want to get it close. This recipe also, I mean, if you do them kind of portioned out like this, what you do is they come out to about 30 to 32 tortillas. So.
Can you eat this dough or no?
No. I mean, you can, but I don't know. So, just portion them out.
Just kind of make them round, right?
Mm-hmm. Just make it round.
60 you said?
60 grams, about 60 grams. If it's a little over, that's fine. It's a little under, fine. Just not too far out. Like that, perfect.
63. And just.
Yep, just plop them on the side. Is that easy?
Or are we gonna put them in there, or are we just gonna leave them?
We can leave them out here because what we're gonna do after this is just even them out, smooth them out. So you'll see my process in a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, 61. That was almost perfect. They should make this like a carnival game.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah.
60 on the dot. First perfect one.
See? Woohoo! All right. So while Mike's finishing or helping doing that, I'm going to show you. Actually, no. Because I want to.
No, you said.
Okay. So. Okay. So you know how they look a little rough like this now? They don't look super smooth. So what we're going to do is take a little bit of shortening on our hands here, like this. So what I do is get two like this, and I'm gonna roll this way. See, I'm going, I guess, not counterclockwise, against, or clock, yeah. You see how it's a lot more pretty? And this is what we're gonna use just to settle. Make it like that. Thank you, babe, for helping.
69.
See how I just kind of take my, my thumb and my index finger, kind of just roll it out this way. Kind of just smooths out the little ball. Little ball. What you do here,
gosh.
see how pretty,
Perfect.
how perfect these. So what you want is just more of a consistent little round ball so that when you start flattening them, they're a little bit more even. That's what you're doing. It's just even them out. Even them out. You could do one by one like I mentioned before, but did you drop some? No. All you do, just even them out.
Are you showing this up via picture or no?
Sure.
It's not too personal.
So our little baby girl will be joining us end of September.
Are these the ones we just got Friday?
Yeah.
2 days ago?
Yep. Those are 4D scan ultrasound. So that's little baby.
Just do September 2021.
2021, end of September. Hopefully she'll be here. Oh gosh, I can't wait. Can't wait to see her in person, meet her.
Been planning the baby shower. That's in 2 weeks. So.
Yeah.
Nursery, lots and lots of stuff.
You want to try? No.
I don't like the feel
The
of it.
consistent, the shortening.
Yeah, so greasy. It's like
Yeah.
Vaseline.
Yeah, it's exact feel of the Vaseline. Alrighty, so we're done with that. So we're gonna pull them in.
Oh god, you're gonna get grease on the bottom.
Sorry, babe.
No, like that.
True. Is we're gonna again grease a little bit more. Oh.
Just caress the balls with shortening.
Yes. You don't want it to dry out.
So once your balls are greasy,
What's
then what, babe?
What we're gonna do is get ready to flatten them out to roll out the dough. So, but just make sure, because obviously you're not gonna be able to do them all at the same time. So as you're working on one by one, you want them to kind of just not dry out, right? So what we're doing is just
No talcum on these ones. Huh? It's been really humid out, so.
Just make sure they don't dry out. Alright, see how nice.
Because then they'll get crusty probably, right?
Yeah. It's my dress. Alright, cool.
While your balls sit for 10 minutes, go ahead and preheat your skillet or cast iron pan.
Yep, to about medium to low
Between
heat.
3 and 4, yeah, medium low.
To high. I would make sure.
Because you know those things take a while, so.
Yeah.
The full 10 minutes? That should be fine at that heat, right?
I would say, yeah. That's well, because you're gonna start as soon as you start rolling them out, you're gonna start
That's
going.
true. So while we wait 10 minutes, Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes. What should we get ready?
The rolling pin, get the rolling pin out if you want to start cleaning your space. Get your flour out that you're going to be putting onto the rolling pin and onto your
this
space.
stuff anymore? Or we
Nope.
put this away?
All
All right. So keep your flour out and your rolling pin.
Yep, that's all you'll need.
And start cleaning up. Come on. It's gotta be close to time, right?
Mm-hmm. Just waiting for the 10 minutes to be up. It's the longest 10 minutes.
Alexa, stop.
Alright.
Alright, and so we covered them as well.
We covered them. Now we're ready to roll. So, that's a little bit. Rock and roll. So we get our little bit of flour, kind of flour our surface. Keep in mind we still have our skillet, our pan, on the stove warming. And what we're going to do, that's warming on medium heat. We're going to take the little ball that you kind of smoothed out and rolled out first. You're going to want to roll out first. Okay.
And you can't use a press. We thought we could, but I guess it's more for corn. That squishes easier.
Yeah.
This one's more of a dough, so you kind of have to roll it. I've got like the legit one from the Mexican market. Not
Yeah.
having it.
That
It's
was nice for,
squished.
I mean, it's for corn, it's so nice.
Yeah, it just. But this doesn't just.
No. So what I'm doing with the ball of dough that we just had is I took the first one again that we rolled out first.
Okay.
If you want to do that one, do this one. It's the one that's been sitting the longest.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is kind of put it down on the flour, kind of flatten it a little bit,
It's like
get a
pizza.
little bit of flour. And what you're going to take is take the ball and kind of just go like this with your fingers towards the edges. Kind of just flatten it like this.
It's like a little pizza.
Yeah. See how you're making it a little bit more round too as well.
You're shaping and flattening.
Yep.
From the edge.
Yep.
How cute.
What you're gonna do is have it down like this.
So you're not stretching.
You're not stretching.
You're pressing.
You're kind of just pressing
Around the
along.
edge.
And with the weight of the dough, it's what it's pulling on the other side.
Going around the rim,
Yep.
just ringing the balls.
Take a little bit of flour over it.
Lots of
What you're gonna do is start from the middle. Always start from the middle and go up, go down, go up, go down. Lightly press. Don't dig down. Gentle with your dough. What you're gonna want to do is just kind of create kind of like an oval shape first.
Looks like an egg.
You want to try?
We're gonna make egg ones or what?
Just
Or
try
more?
first. Sorry. You're gonna have to cut it out. Why?
Mine looks more like a chicken nugget shape. Sorry.
You just keep rolling. And then switch it.
So flip it over
Flip it
and
over.
turn it 90 degrees.
Yep.
So,
So
that
now
way
you're gonna be working on the other side.
your egg's on its side.
Yep. See? Your whole point is just to make it as rounder or as round as you can, as even as you can.
It'll be slow because you can wrinkle it.
Yes.
I know the
You
kids
can
were.
pull it a little bit.
That's alright.
There you go.
Hold on, I just want to measure because I'm curious to see. Not that you have to be, perfect. I just for reference, so. So it's between 9 and 10 inches, or about 24 centimeters. I guess I can try mine now, huh? So liberally floured,
Yes.
and then you start pressing a little harder, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Do you fold again or no? Now I just go.
No, just keep going.
Alright.
Just even it out
This
a
is
little bit.
horrible.
That's okay.
It looks like
It's
like
practice.
that cute little flubber.
That's okay. I've gone to
Oh,
Gavin City, yes, and they do the flour tortillas there.
Yeah.
And you pick them up and you take them home and you.
Alright, that's bad.
No, I've gotten flour tortillas like that.
No, I would take it right back.
If you love flour tortillas,
So don't trim it or nothing.
No, just leave it. Just keep going.
It's my first tortilla. Give me a break.
Yeah.
I mean, what I'm trying to do is demonstrate the learning curve of someone who's done this for a while and someone's first time. So you got to start somewhere, right, babe?
Right. You're doing perfect.
I like it. I wouldn't call it perfect, but
well, you're trying, so that's good.
I just don't want to make it too thin to roll out because then
don't make it too thin because you won't be able to pick it up. So what I did was I lifted the tortilla that I flattened. I put it onto the skillet. What I did was I started from, so what you lay it down is from north to south, always from north to south. Don't know why, it's always been
towards you.
Towards you. Okay. And then just leave it to warm up. Once it starts bubbling, you turn it over.
So we should do like a factory. She'll lay it down. I'll take it from there.
Yeah. So what you want to do is if you're not going to use them right then and there, I would kind of brown them a little bit, kind of cook them a little bit, and then just put them into your little warmer here.
Can we roll one more and then I'll show them how that looks amazing.
Looks beautiful.
This one's going to look horrible.
As many times as I've done this, I still get really excited when they come out really nice. What I'm going to do.
Yes. I did that right.
Okay.
And that skillet's like 400 degrees, give or take, according to my little gun. So don't let it on there too long. But also, if you pull it off too early, then
just leave it on there until it kind of bubbles a little bit, and then just flip it over.
Because once it cooks, then it's not stretchy and gonna rip or wrinkle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like pancakes.
Yeah.
Well, not really.
Like this. I'm gonna flatten it.
You use your fingers?
Yep. I mean, you can use a what's it called?
Spatula.
No, tongs or something to pick it up.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. You can.
So, my turn. Thanks, love. She's so sweet.
It's delicious.
Probably tastes just as good.
Oh, yes.
That would be a bigger problem.
It looks so good. You take these freshly cooked with, put a little butter on it, roll it up. Oh,
that's gonna happen like really soon.
They are the best.
I think I'm getting better.
Yeah, see? It's all about practice. And again,
So start in the middle
yeah.
to the way out.
Yep.
Right? And keep it, because it'll stick. It'll want to stick.
Yeah.
Imagine you don't want to like put too much flour on there, but.
Yeah. Don't add too much because then it'll just start tasting like just flour. Just kind of taste gross. But we're up for another one.
Is this big enough? Or should I make one more?
Probably roll out a little bit more this one. But again, practice, practice, practice. Sometimes, if your first batch doesn't come out as great, keep trying. That's exactly what I did. And
close.
Yeah. So
You can see
the
good tortilla and my tortilla.
You can kind of see a little bit of the counter through, but you don't want it too thin because then when you pick it up,
See
you
how
don't
she
want it
picks
to
it
tear.
up so gingerly.
So you're gonna lay it down from top to bottom, north to south. Kind of just what I do is, yes, the pan is hot, but you kind of just go over the tortilla and kind of just stretch it out to the shape that you like. That's it. Let it heat up.
Tortillas are tough. Sorry, I didn't clean my oven.
Okay.
Stovetop range.
Don't mind. You just let it heat up a little bit. Again, if you have someone else working with you, and you work like a factory, it's so much better because while you're stretching out the other one person's kind of watching the stove. But see how it's bubbling a little bit? So we had this old wives' tale that my mom used to tell me when we were little kids, is that if you made a flour tortilla and it bubbled like this, you're ready to get married. You're ready to cook for your home, be a nice homemaker and mom and housewife. But see how a little bit brown, but it's not fully, because you're gonna keep warming these up as you eat them, so you don't want them too crazy. See?
So you're like kind of
just
par baking, I think.
kind of like that.
All right, let's do the other one without me tripping over stuff. She's gonna fix mine.
You don't want it too thick, because then it just won't cook. But see how, I mean, it's all how you work with it, right?
So you're so careful with that. It really is.
Very gentle.
Yeah.
Just very gentle. You do not want to pull your...
Don't burn your fingers, but you kind of
just stretch it out to the shape that you want. As soon as it starts heating, it starts getting the shape, right?
Yeah, and it solidifies once it hits the pan.
So
which is
that's
why
all
I
you
want
want
it
to
nice
do.
and hot.
That's all.
You want to use the temperature gun and show them how hot it is? Very cool. Beep it once, and then we'll do the pan. How hot is it?
194.
Okay, so it's So when we first put it on there, it was 400, give or take, just because there's hot spots on the pan. So.
See how it starts bubbling a little bit? Just wait for it to bubble a little bit on all the sides. Look how pretty though. It's a very nice. Turn it around. See?
Screenshot that. Make that my wallpaper. Let's see how I'm trying to get the angle to where you can see it starts lifting off there too.
Yeah, it starts coming up. It starts bubbling up. See how it's not brown the whole tortilla? You don't want that.
You don't want to squish it either, right?
No.
Just leave it alone.
No, just leave it alone. You do not want to pop your air bubbles. If you want to, you can. I love it. It doesn't do anything. It flattens once you put them all together anyway. So.
But doesn't affect the cooking?
No.
Not really. Okay.
See how pretty? Look how pretty these are. So pretty.
All right.
We'll keep on with the process.
Jackie says we need to wait till we're done to try them, but I think we should make sure they're delicious before we're all the way done. That's what I think.
Here, I'll help them do.
Oh, I do the tasting first? Yeah. Works for me. So we're halfway done. They do take a while, but they're delicious and worth it. This is my part of the recipe. I've been doing this since I was a little boy. I highly suggest Kerrygold butter, but it doesn't matter. Kerrygold is the best butter. That's a fact. I'm sure it's on Wikipedia. I like just a little butter and a little salt. And then you watch this. You see I'm using 2 hands, pinching and rolling. And give her the smaller bit.
They're nice and chewy. It's so good.
This is good. I think this is the best batch yet.
Right. It's made with fun. It's made with so much
true.
fun. I think they would keep about 5 to 7 days. I wouldn't do longer than that.
In the fridge?
In the fridge.
You ever keep them out or not really?
No.
Not without.
No.
Not without preservatives and the rest
Yeah.
of it. So.
No.
Alright. We're gonna finish these up.
We'll close out with just a finished stack.
Oh, I can just take a picture.
Okay.
Kind of over it. No offense.
You're gonna come back.
So we're gonna keep making these tortillas. Just stop by the Mexican market, get some bomb carne asada. Cook that up now that we have a nice Sunday to Sunday.
We do our beans with chorizo.
Oh,
So we
that's a top tip and a half right there.
Yeah.
Tell them how to do that. We'll bonus for you.
So we do the refried beans. If you have, I mean,
From the can, whatever.
You can do the can. I've
not-
also done it
no,
homemade boiled beans. Make the beans and then I refry them myself. Refrying, I mean, it's not so much of a like dunk it or
They're not
have
that-
so much oil. I honestly just put the littlest bit of oil in my pan, kind of let it go a little crispy, you know, on the edges. That's it. That's all you have to do.